So we're going to show you how to set up footwork. Footwork is very important. There's a statement I've made in the past. Timing and distance, knowing how to manipulate those is what helps you win a fight. Well, it's the same thing I just said, inches and angles win gunfights. If you think about that, those inches of how you use your space and controlling that space is how you win the fight. So a lot of times I'll teach you to stay off the corner to kind of get a good angle and you come up to the door. So at this point in time, if I'm going to make an entry into the room, I've pied around. So I've come around the corner and I've worked my angles and I'm doing my wrap and stuff like that. And I've seen about 90% of the room because this is a corner fed door. Then I have this unknown space. It's called dead space. So when you look at your hierarchy or priority of threats, you have people with guns, you have dead space, open doors, closed doors, right? Open doors and dead space kind of go together. So if I'm going to make entry into this, now I'm just doing this from like a number one man in a stack. I'm going to show you how to do this. So the first thing you want to do is you want to keep off about a 10-degree offset off the door. The reason being is if somebody walks out and there's another person on that side and we're covering the door, if they walk out in between us and we're both like this, then we end up with a crossfire position. But by changing the angle of this, if you'll look, you'll see this, is that person walks out, that gives me a field of fire to be able to shoot this person too, so that we don't hit each other. Also, we get to see a little bit earlier if somebody comes in, it's working those angles like I said. So, but before I get ready to make entry, I'm gonna try to get as deep into the corner as I can to see, okay? And then I'm gonna take my step, and if there was someone there, we know that I'm going first because I've seen 90% of the room, and they're gonna open the gate. Opening the gate is lifting their gun up to allow me to go so that they don't cover me with their firearm. Now, you've seen some of my videos and you've seen some of the things that we're doing. Let me explain to you what we're doing. Okay, these guys are generally, they're newcomers. You're judging the CQB off of watching them, but this is the first time they've ever done this stuff. This is the first time they've ever trained in this. So let me show you what it really looks like from a little bit more of a professional perspective. Okay, so one of the things I like to do is keep my foot as closest to the wall. I want it up against the wall. So what that helps me do is take a step forward and step in and then straight forward towards that corner. Okay. So that's just the biggest thing. So what's going to gauge how I do this is how deep of a step I need to take to get through the center of the store. If you look, all I'm doing is stepping and I'm walking. I'm just walking. Okay, footwork is very key. So what I do to help me mitigate some of this is I get that 10-degree offset, and then when I get ready to go, I step. As you look, it's the same thing. So we're going to stop here. I'm going to have my wife come inside and then go to that corner for me, please. And back straight up that corner. Okay, so as I go and I step right here. As I step in, look, as soon as I get in here, what am I ready to do? I'm ready to fight. I'm also here, I can even retract back if I want to in case someone's standing here to protect my gun. Or even if I'm here, I have a lot of power right here to keep somebody from getting a hold of it. If I need a muzzle strike, whatever, or grab a hand up and pull the person out of the way. But right here, I can start shooting from this position. Okay, I can do a zipper drill from right here. So when my foot's out here, I want the foot that's closest to the wall to be against it or towards that. So I'm going to step in forward and driving through. And as I get there, I start looking for this dead space. As soon as I see there's nothing there, okay? And this tactic's gonna dictate if I'm doing limited penetration room clearing, or if I'm doing the flow and I'm doing opposing corners or whatever I'm wanting to do here, or strong wall, all the different techniques. You need to come take a class for me to describe that to you. But what I'm doing is I've got to clear this dead space, okay? Now in this room, what I've got is this table here that I have to worry about. I've cleared as much as I can. I've got to make entry, and that's what I'm doing. So my footwork is very important. When I start seeing that corner and start collapsing, now I'm going to say that there's a number two man that came in at the same time, and he's over in that corner, and we're going to try to meet our collapsing our sectors of fire 1 meter off each other. Okay, and then we're going to re-clear. And at this point in time, he's over there covering that side. I've got this side covered, and that's how you enter a room. That was from the number one perspective. It's not on the heavy side of the stack. It's a single man coming in first. Wanted to show you that. If you want to come back out, we'll do a number two man coming in. So my wife will come over here. Again, so the number one man that you just saw me portray is over that way. And he's going to make entry first because this dead space is which way he needs to go. So I open the gate for him. As soon as he crosses in, I'm going to come in, straight in. So I want you to come in, honey, please. As you see, my foot is still here, just like everything else. So I'm going to come in, and I'm going to go straight to my corner and start collapsing my sectors and working my sectors and stuff like that. Don't fall. So anyway, footwork is very key on getting inside a door, okay? Now, how big of a step you take Depends on how much equipment you're wearing. If you've got a big old backpack on and you've got all this kit on, and I've got all this stuff hanging on my back, I may have to take a step to clear so that I don't hang here, okay? Another thing we want to do is we want to either retract the weapon so we can get through the door or get to a position that when we come in, we can step to fight, okay? We're looking in to fight. As soon as you clear this door jam, you're looking to fight, okay? So always try to keep your plates, if you're wearing kit, keep your plates towards the threat. That way that you've got that protection, okay? Anyway, that's just a real quick thing on how to use footwork. Again, like I said, from this side, this foot would be closest to the wall, and this is what I do. And as soon as he goes in and clears, I'm gonna step, and I'm just turning and going right in. Again, that big first step that you take is gonna be dependent on how much of that door jamb you need to clear to get your equipment and kit through it. Anyway, you guys have a great day. Just a simple thing. Take care. Bye.